hello. Welcome, my friends. How are you today? What a pleasure to be here today. Such an amazing opportunity to be here with you this beautiful Thursday, right? How is everybody doing today? I hope you're having a wonderful day, full of empowerment and a successful day. you know, Successful day, full of empowerment, like I said. For us today here at Empower Media Global Studios, we have been busy nonstop to the point that I had to take a nap just a couple hours ago, around 6:30 p.m. I was like, oh, I gotta take a nap. Like I'm exhausted, like I was just really feeling the uh, the compounding effect of being awake and just working my butt off. And that just basically means that your body sometimes is going to tell you, well, actually not sometimes, your body is going to tell you exactly what you need. And if you are listening to your body, if you're paying attention to your body, then you'll be able to identify so many different things happening around you, right? I mean, it's great that when we feel tired, when we feel sick, is when we sometimes wait until that point to actually do something about it. Often we feel the bite when it's already being pushed to the limit, when it's been pushed, or thresholds have been already pushed past that limit. And that's one of the things I learned during the recovery of the traumatic brain injury I experienced 7 years ago. But before I get ahead of myself, I love to introduce myself for those who are watching us for the first time. My name is Jesus DJ Perez, and it is an absolute pleasure to be here this evening, to be broadcasting to the comfort of your home, all the way from Empower Media Global Studios. Like I said, so welcome to our YouTube community and welcome to our Facebook community. Somehow I feel like I didn't fully wake up just yet. I feel like something is just not click right. But there is so much happening and so much I want to say that I want to be specific and I want to be intentional. So I better take a deep breath to calm my mind and to allow the flow to come through as it's supposed to, right? Like I was saying just a few minutes ago, sometimes we just take things for granted. Hello, Liz. How are you? Welcome, and thank you for joining us this evening. And it's so good to see you here, Liz. You have always been such an amazing supporter. So thank you so much. And as I was just saying, every time our body is trying to get our attention of something, the first symptoms that it starts showing are symptoms of tiredness, symptoms of your mind is not fully there. Sometimes you might feel that things are not clicking. Like right now, I feel like things are not clicking too well, but that's because I took a nap, like I said, in the middle of the day. Generally speaking, I don't take a nap in the middle of the day. Generally speaking, I just wake up at my usual time and then I go to sleep whenever I'm supposed to go to sleep, right? I like to have a sleep schedule, in other words. And sometimes the sleep schedule doesn't always pan out because, that you have activities on the weekend or you just end up spending too much time in front of Netflix or whatnot, right? But truth to be told is I really enjoy taking care of myself as much as I can with anything and everything that I can. Whether it is my morning Tai Chi and yoga session where I spend a good 20-30 minutes. Sometimes I get to spend up to an hour or two in some cases just spending time for myself, taking care of myself, listening to my body and allowing my body to really show me what I need to do. And that, my friends, like I've said, is so important to honor our bodies the best way that we can. Because if you didn't know, like it says in the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 19, it says, Do you not know that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit who is in you? Is the temple of the Holy Spirit. So what I gather from this verse on 1 Corinthians chapter 6 is that we must honor our bodies and take care of it as they are holy. And sometimes we just treat our bodies like a punching bag. In fact, sometimes we allow people around us to treat us like a punching bag. Whether it's not, and I'm not talking about physically speaking, but or literally speaking, but I'm talking about in the emotional point of view, where also our bodies have to be taken care of. Because as we take care of our brain, as we take care of our heart, and as we take care of this beautiful body of ours, it is important that we take care of every concept, every aspect of it, such as hydrating ourselves, such as engaging in some sort of physical activity. And that's when I say that I spend a lot of time every morning just taking care of myself. And sometimes I know that a lot of people are just not into working out, that they're just not into any kind of physical workout, exercise per se, because of limitations maybe. Maybe it's because they don't have the time, or they say that they don't have the time, or they think they may don't have the time, but it really just comes down to time management at that particular point, right? You see, I have a few clients. I have had some clients in the past where one of their concerns was that they didn't have enough time because they were too busy. So I asked them, I said, well, are you too busy, or are you just allocating time in things that should not be allocating time into? And for example, like, are you spending too much time sitting on the toilet with the endless scrolling of your phone on social media? And there's a study made by a university in the States that was sharing that we spend in average, as a humanity, okay, I'm not talking necessarily about me, but in general, we spend anywhere between 30 to 40 minutes per day sitting on the toilet with the endless scrolling of social media, whether it's playing games, whether it is on TikTok or Facebook or whatever, right? And it's crazy to think that we're spending 20 to 30, 40 minutes, half an hour a day. At the end of the week, if you multiply 30 minutes by the 7 days of the week, you already have what? What is that? 1 day is half an hour, 2 days is 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours and a half. 3.5 hours a day. So that's 12, 14 hours a month just sitting on the toilet, just looking at your phone down, right? Like, and oh my gosh, like, I can talk about this symptom of people just being glued to their phone, and I can talk about it for hours, but that's not the message for today. The message I have for today actually is completely different. It's about something basic, and that is your sleep hygiene, my friends. For the past little while, if you've been following my content over the last year, you know that I talk a lot about sleep hygiene. In fact, I started a movement about my sleep hygiene being non-negotiable, and I want to share with you that. See, I started a movement about a year and a half ago, about my sleep hygiene is non-negotiable. And I created these T-shirts, which, by the way, I'm not saying it's a shameless plug, but pretty much it is. I have these T-shirts available on my website, which the link on for you to go and check them out will be posted afterwards. Once I finish the live streaming, I'll be sharing the link for you to take a look at that particular T-shirt and a few other ones that I have designed to promote sleep. Like I said, I started a movement a year ago where my sleep hygiene is non-negotiable. And like I said, sometimes I get it. You have to break that on. I have to break that statement sometimes, and I have to be flexible, and I have to be lenient, because sometimes I just have to. Life health issues, taking care of other people, you name it, right? There's situations that sometimes force you to really go into out of your comfort zone. But at the end of the day, my friends, what I really want you to see is that it is possible for us to start taking care of ourselves. And a long time ago, I'll share a quick story with you, because it's one of those stories that resonated with me, one of those lessons that I learned from my mom. And God bless her heart, really. I love her. And she said to me a long time ago, probably about 30 years ago, I was about 15 or so, and I wanted to start dating, and I wanted to kind of like have a girlfriend at the time. And she said to me, she's like, well, like, how can you really tell me that you want to have a girlfriend if you don't even take care of yourself? And she said it a little bit more specific. She said, her words were, how can you love other people when you don't love yourself? And that stuck with me, stayed with me for years, because it's true indeed. How can I love other people if I don't love myself? And putting it in layman's terms is, how can I take care of others if I don't take care of myself first? And the way I like to see it, my friends, is, when you go on a trip and you have to catch a flight, there are a set of instructions that the flight attendants will tell you. And one of those things that they said is, if the air mask pops down from the cabin, from above your head, the first thing you gotta do is you put it on first. You put it on first before you assist other people, such as kids or whoever else you're traveling with, right? So they say you have to put on your own air mask first so you can be functional, in other words, before you can help other people. I follow that same principle, my friends. I want to take care of my wife, I want to take care of my kids, I want to take care of my grandson and everything. Well, I gotta make sure I'm taking care of myself first. And just like the book of Corinthians say right here on chapter 6, 1 Corinthians 6, and I'll read it again for you. Do you not know that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit who dwells in you? And we must honor our bodies. We must treat our bodies with respect, not treat them like a garbage can per se, not like a dumpster where we just pack anything that we want and we overindulge. And trust me, I could totally overindulge in so many candies, so many chips, dessert or whatever. There are so many things I could think about overindulging, and tacos, pizza. You know what I mean? But it's one of those things that I take it with certain restrictions. And so instead of eating, 10 tacos, I might just eat 5. Instead of eating a whole pizza pie, I might eat just 3 slices, 4 at the most. So I'll have the pizza, but I'm not just overindulging with something that I know is not good for my body. So the same thing goes with everything else, with alcohol and you name it, right? So we got to be mindful of what we're putting into our body. Got to be mindful of how I treat my body at night. And when I go to sleep, give myself an opportunity to relax, to rest, and not just go to my bedroom and pass out, because then there is no real benefit, there is no real rest. And I met so many people in the past that tell me, oh, I have no problem going to sleep. You're preaching to the choir per se, because the moment I hit the pillow, I pass out. And most recently, I had a family friend who was telling me that they had, that was his statement, he had no problem going to sleep because the moment he goes to bed, pass out. However, there were some things that he still had some issues with, and one of those things was his spouse being on the cell phone until wee hours of the night, and also having the TV on until 2, 3 in the morning because she needed it to go to sleep. And meanwhile, my friend, it's struggling to have a proper sleep because the light that is, the TV showing in the middle of the night, well, that kept him awake. And then he kept waking up and waking up, and he'd be like, holy man, like, you're still on your phone. Oh my God, you're still on watching the TV. Sure, the sound was off. It was just the interactions, right? But if you know what I'm talking about, even if you just close your eyes when you're watching TV, you can still see all the lights bombarding your brain, right? So I said to him, I said, listen, brother, what you need to do is you need to get one of these guys. And this is a sleep mask. And essentially what you do, you just put it right over your head. You put it right inside, like over your eyes. And so I'm going to show you here how you do it right here. And all you got to do is right here, right there. And now all the light, the external light, is being reduced to the point of you can't see absolutely nothing. I can't see nothing here, right? So when you sleep with a sleep mask, you are reducing all the external light. So if you have a situation where, like my friend, where his spouse is watching TV until 3, 4 in the morning, or with the cell phone right next to him, well, you need to buy yourself one of these sleep masks. And no, I don't sell them, right? You can buy this off, I don't know, Amazon or Team or whatever. These things are like $5 or whatever. In fact, you go to the dollar store, you probably can find one of these. But not only are you going to reduce the external light that is being produced by either your spouse's cell phone, the TV, the light, the bathroom light, or whatever the case may be, you also going to stop the fidgeting of your eyes. Just your eyes moving and moving and moving. So your eyes are actually going to rest. Mic drop right there. And so then you're going to have a good sleep. You're going to have a great sleep, actually. And there is so much more to taking care of your sleep at night. But I'm not here to preach about sleep. I don't want you to think that I'm just trying to tell you all about sleep, because I do actually teach a program about sleep hygiene for those who are interested. The links to my website and to my store, where you can also make yourself a statement, be part of this movement where your sleep hygiene is non-negotiable. Just like I'm showing you right now, I have these beautiful t-shirts on my website available for just a few bucks, really, considering you go to the mall or whatnot, you end up spending a ton more money on something similar, but not as cool as my t-shirts. Special, unique design. And then you can be part of the movement of sleep hygiene, of taking care of yourself. You can make a statement as well. So, my friends, I have come to the point where we're gonna wrap things up here, mostly because I'm actually getting really hungry. So I gotta go take care of myself. I gotta go feed myself, and just also, feed this body where it needs not only the sleep, the water, but also needs to be fed. And therefore, I'm gonna be wrapping things up here. But I will see you tomorrow for our next live. And before I go, I just want to say that I want to thank you for watching, for following my journey, whether it is through YouTube, whether it is on Facebook. I just want to say thank you and acknowledge you, really, because, for me to stand in front of the camera and spend the whole day, the following day, editing and doing some post-production work so my YouTube account keeps on growing, it's a full-time gig. Since the moment I wake up and I start doing my work in front of my computer till the moment I finish live streaming, it's a full-time gig. This is my whole full-time job, but it's not a job for me. It's my passion. My passion to prepare, to stand in front of the camera, make sure the sound, the lights, and everything is flowing smoothly so I can over-deliver another experience. So my friends, I'd love to see you tomorrow. Thank you once again for your outstanding, amazing support. Thank you. I love you. I love you. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out my way. Like I said, the links for you to connect with me are right below of this video, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube. Or simply send me a direct message. That also works. We'll see you soon. Thank you.